Hey, so this is my first ever video. As some of y'all know, I'm already writing a book, and this book is called The Depths of My Soul. And basically, in this book, I'm talking about love, lust, heartbreak, a lot of just things that I've gone through, depression, anxiety, suicide, just losing people in your life that you thought were going to be there for you. So this book is definitely something very deep in my soul, like something very deep that I've been trying to get out for a long time. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of what it's about. And each chapter kind of reflects a different layer of me, in a sense, or a different layer of things that I've gone through. Like the very first chapter, it's kind of just light poems that kind of have a hidden meaning, but not really. Poems that you can kind of already tell what they're going to be about by the name. And I call that chapter On the Shoreline because it's kind of like you're like somebody outside looking in to them. The second chapter is called When the Tide Comes In, and you're kind of further out in the ocean and you see the tide coming in and out, and the tide comes out and you see all the seashells there, and you see a whole bunch of like treasures that you never thought you would see. But also, when the tide comes in, it swallows all that up and it just takes it away. So that's kind of me peeling back the layers of who I am and showing you the treasures of who I am and what I've created. So that's kind of the second chapter. The third chapter is a very, very, very emotional chapter because it's called Whitewater. And it's called Whitewater because of just the turmoil and the issues, and everything is kind of just jumbled up together in these poems. Most of these poems are very dark, very explicit, very deep. You probably would have to read it a couple times just to get the whole gist of the poem. And then the last chapter is called Skinny Dipping. And I call it Skinny Dipping because it's kind of me just being free, no reservations, and it has to do with love and lust and intimacy. And I don't like to write erotic poetry. I don't know. I've never really written that kind of stuff before because, I don't know, I feel like I have so much more to say than just, about sex and about love. I feel like a whole bunch of like my poems deal deep with like issues that are current today with a lot of people who are dealing with these issues. So yeah, that's basically what those poems are about. Well, those chapters are about. So I'm gonna read y'all a little bit since I did say I would. So I want to thank Dominique because she gave me this, and I was like, yes, I can use this to write more poems in. So thank you, Dominique. I appreciate it. So I've been writing my poems in this book, and I got this from one of my sisters. I purchased it from her. And she sells like a whole bunch of stuff for, queens and, just girls like us. So I've been writing poems in this book, but I also have this other book that I've been writing poems in. My mom gave this to me when I was going through a lot, and she wrote a little something for me in here. So I kind of ripped my poems out of these books and I copied them into this one to be neater. And then I keep the originals in this. I don't know, for me, it kind of helps my mind. Like, okay, I have a clean slate to write on. It's done. I perfected the poem as much as I could, and I put it in my official book. But even to me, I feel like these poems are not 100% complete. So I'm gonna read you something that I think I'll put in the first chapter. I might put this in the first chapter. I might put it in the second one. I'm not sure yet. I have so many poems. I'm looking through them like, Jesus, which one should I read? Okay. This one's called Star-Crossed. I might put this in the first chapter. I might put it in the second one. But here we go. I wished upon a star, but all I got was a blue comet, a new moon, and a red planet. I wished upon a star, but it was never granted. Fairy tales, they aren't real, like life is. I wished upon a star, but where are my gifts of glory? No wonder my world spins with nothing to stop it. I wished upon a star, I wished upon a star. I wished for good health, a new life, and new wealth, but nothing came of it all. So Star-Crossed is kind of about me when I was younger. How I was always wishing for things and always wanted these things, but I never got it. And it kind of made me feel like, why is this not happening? I thought the world was gonna help me through my life, but it didn't. So that's kind of like the gist of that poem, and how I wished for all these little things and they never came to be. But that's life. So I might put this one in the second chapter. This one is called Broken. Alright. The glass shatters. Good thing I didn't step on it. My naked toes would be cut from it. The glass broke. I wonder, why is that? My hands are clean, but here I stand. The glass is cut, very clean. My legs are bruised and darkened by the sun's rays. The glass is clear, but my face is tired. But I know, I must dress proper. The glass is see-through, my chest is bare. I must cover or I'll be called unwanted. The glass shattered. Why am I here? Let me walk away. No point fixing. No point shedding tears. So this one, it's kind of using the glass as kind of a metaphor to like relationships and to like people who you can't really help anymore. So like when I say like when the glass shatters, good thing I didn't step on it, it's kind of like, oh wow, this kind of just fell through. Good thing I wasn't more invested than I already am it. So, and if my naked toes would be cut from it, like meaning that, you know, I'm very naive, I have no reservations kind of thing. Like, good thing, you know, had some people who say, hey, maybe you shouldn't be doing this. Like, and you know, I've had a lot of really bad relationships, and this poem kind of sums up to like how, like, you know, I have to just walk away. No point, you know, fixing it. No point shedding tears for it. No point trying to rebuild. There's no point at all. Alright, so this one, Deep. Or I might read you guys Wrong. Actually, I think Wrong is better. Deep is good too, but Wrong is longer. Wrong, I think I'm going to put in the very last, like not last chapter, but the third chapter. Because this one is kind of deep. So, alright, this one's called Wrong. I opened up to you. My soul spoke. My mind read. My kiss planted on your smooth skin. I memorized your every word, shadowed your movements, and breathed in your scent. I saw a future, better than our past, brighter than our present, but nothing I couldn't miss. I believed in you like a mother trusts a doctor, like a father trusts a pastor, like an apprentice trusts his master. I fell so deep into my imaginary dream of bliss, wonder, and sweet significance, as if my dream was my reality. You woke me up. I have flatlined in a coma of my deepest fantasy. You woke me up. I had a nightmare that shook me into remission. You woke me up. I dreamed a dream, but my reality wasn't the same. I thought you loved me. I thought wrong. So, this one, in particular, is about somebody. It's about someone who I truly, truly thought we could be something. but it just didn't work out. So that's why I say, you know, you woke me up, you woke me up, you woke me up 3 times, because he really did wake me up from my fantasy of thinking that this would all be good, but he never loved me, and it's kind of like, wow, really? Can't do that to me. But all right, I'll read Bloody to you guys. It's another one I'm gonna put in the 3rd chapter, and then I'm gonna read more of a lovey-dovey one to end it on a good note. I don't want y'all thinking I'm all about sadness and grief and pain, but I mean, a lot of my poems come from that. So this one's called Bloody. In my mind, I see the world different. I don't hate the negative, but rather praise the positive intentions it came from. In my mind, I hear the words of my inner demons. I don't hate them, but I run away instead. They come to play when I don't want them. They join my embrace, but I push away. They talk to me, but I close my ears. Hear no evil, say no evil, see no evil. Don't become what you hate, they said. May I never become them, I beg. But my reflection is showing me what I'm fearing. Running won't save me, neither will hiding. Facing fear and staring them down is the only way to confront. They run toward, but I hold my ground. Finally, the blood on my hands is no longer my sins, but my inner demons. So this one is basically about, you know, all the, you know, things that I've done, things that I knew shouldn't have been gone into, but I had positive intentions from it. My demons just keep coming up out of nowhere. And, you know, I have tried running. I have tried, you know, busying myself. I have tried, you know, drowning myself in work, and it didn't work. So I had to learn to face them, and I'm still, you know, facing them today. Like, I'm still, like, going through stuff like anybody is. So it's kind of like now, you know, it's no longer my, you know, past actions that I have on my hands, but it's me conquering these demons that have haunted me. So that's that poem. All right, let me find the lovey-dovey poems that I'm gonna put in the last chapter. The last chapter is a lot funner. It's a lot sweeter. Let me see. I could read Depths to you guys. Depths is actually about someone. But I kind of want him to read it when I see him again. Because Depths is kind of like a love poem for him. He knows who he is if he sees this video. Let me see. I could read that one. Could read that one. I don't think so though. No. All right. I just wrote this 3-part poem last night, which was Friday the 6th of January. Wow, I can't. Of July. So I'm recording this on Saturday. So, okay. I don't do lovey-dovey. I don't do intimacy. I don't do any of that, but I decided to give it a try. So I hope you guys like it. It is a little bit explicit, but I mean, it's a poem. All right, here we go. And this is the last poem